Hi, this is Payal Agarwal. Namaste.
Hello, good evening. Ni hao, namaste. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to be making a one pot meal, and this is a very popular dish in China, and they make it with a lot of meats also. They make it with veggies also. Of course, we are going to make it with veggies. We are going to make it with baby corn today. Okay, so this is chili garlic baby corn with rice. Of course, you could make the rice separately, like a fried rice, like a sauteed fried rice, but we are going to make it in a one pot. Convenient and a one pot meal, good for everybody. Okay, and the ingredients. So let's start with that. Okay, so ingredients we are taking today. First of all, sesame seeds. Til, we call it in India. So sesame seeds, this is raw. I'm going to roast it a bit and I'll show you. So we are taking sesame seeds. This recipe again, if you have sesame seed oil or groundnut oil, use that. If you don't, use regular oil. So I'm going to be using rice bran, as I said. Ginger garlic paste, a good teaspoon, heaped teaspoonful. Spring onions, washed and chopped. Okay, so over here what I have is garlic, roughly grated, green chilies chopped, and ginger chopped. Okay, chopped or grated, whatever. So that, and I've taken 7 to 8 cloves of garlic. I've taken a square-inch piece of ginger, grated it, and I've taken around 2 small green chilies and chopped it nice and fine. Spinach, again, you cannot take it. A little bit of green doesn't really harm. So I've taken it. And good thing about spinach is it doesn't have a strong taste if you use it like this, chopped up. So when you put it in these dishes, you get that extra kick of vitamin also, and it doesn't it doesn't have an overpowering taste also. Coriander leaves, chopped, onion, 1 medium-sized onion sliced, and to make it nice and fiery, as it is chili garlic, 3 whole dried red chili. So we are going to pound it. We are going to break the stalks and pound it. And we are going to use this. Okay. And bell peppers, all green, red and yellow. We've taken that. Baby corn, I've cut it lengthwise into quarters, blanched it, and kept it for use. As I told you, put a little water, put it in the microwave, give it and heat it up for a minute or so, and it's blanched. Drain that water out and use the baby corn. Okay, so that, and the sauces that we are going to use, of course, we are going to use a little bit of ketchup. We are going to use a little bit of ketchup, soy sauce, and that's about it. So let's begin. Heat on, and before the pan becomes hot, sesame seeds. Put that in and start roasting it. So it starts roasting as the pan gets hot. Again, sesame seed has its natural oils, so that is how it's compressed, and that's how the sesame oil is made. Very aromatic. So if you get hold of that in this recipe, please do use it. Mine got over and I couldn't get hold of it now, so I'm using regular oil, but I'm going to use a lot of sesame seed on top to give it that flavor. Okay. Roast, roast, roast. And it will start giving out that nutty flavor, and you'll see it becoming a little darker. It's pale now. See, it's palish. Sesame seeds are pale. So once it does start roasting, it will become a little darker in color. And the aromas, of course, nutty. Every seed, when you dry roast it, does give out that nutty flavor. So you'll get to know it's roasted. Okay. Little bit more to go. And it's done. So see, it starts crackling and jumping around in the pan. So at that point you know it's done. So we do take it out now and let it cool, and we will sprinkle it on top, and we will put it in the curry also. Okay, so we put that aside for the time being and put some oil in the pan. Say around 2 spoons of oil I'm taking. And as the pan is already a little hot, we don't want it to keep sizzling, so we put the chopped ginger, grated ginger, grated garlic and chopped green chilies right in. Everything together. Okay. And since we are using the same pan and I've put regular oil, but I can get that whiff of sesame seed oil. You know why? Because I did roast the seed in the same pan and I immediately put the oil. So it retains a little bit of that flavor. So all that is happening. While that is happening, the onions go in. Okay. Again, the heat is at the moment on a low. And we'll keep sauteing. Okay. Now, this is what I'm making for you, as I had told you: onion, garlic, ginger, green chilies, vitamin A, D, E, K, peppers. So basically, this is a tasty multivitamin dish. What I'm making for you today. So this is like a multivitamin in a pan. How cool is that? Saute, saute, saute. Give it a bit of help. And today at this point, what we do is we put a tad bit of sugar. What that will do is it will help to caramelize the onions and the garlic and the ginger, and it will give it that sweet, very nice sweet flavor. Since it is a fiery dish, as I told you, we must build up on the flavor profile and balance it out. Food is all about balancing out the flavors. So it should be little sweet, little salty, little tart, little, fiery, everything. So when you're eating, it's like magic in your mouth. Okay. So see, it's becoming translucent now. This is what we wanted. Now at this point, we put in the baby corns. Let it happen. Give it a toss. Let it drink up all the flavors of the ginger, of the garlic. Okay. And of course, the ginger garlic paste spoon. I'll just okay, the ginger garlic paste goes in now, and give it a, as I told you, don't put the ginger garlic paste in the beginning. It does go all over the place, splatter too much. We don't want all that happening. Okay. And now, bell peppers. So we put in a little bit of the yellow. I have a tad bit too much, I think. Red, green. Okay. So all that goes in now. Toss, toss, toss. And at this point, as I always told you, little bit of salt. Okay. So that the veggies get a little help. Quarter teaspoon going in now, and as usual we'll taste and we'll adjust. The pan is on a high. Now for the sauces. Soy sauce, around 2 teaspoons. I'm using light soy sauce. If you have dark soy sauce, use around 1. Ketchup, around 1 teaspoon. Pepper, half a teaspoon. Okay. Mix. Let everything come together. Coat all the veggies. And at this point, put a little bit of water, just a little bit, so that it can just simmer away for 2-3 minutes before we add the rest of the things. Okay? Because baby corn, as I told you, does take a little bit of time to cook. So we put that. Okay? Cover it. Put the heat on a low and let it happen. So by till the time that is happening, we'll prepare the red chili. So I've taken around 3 big red chilies here. This is a chili garlic dish, so it is a little fiery. Please do adjust the amount of red chilies according to your taste. And if you don't want any, you can avoid it completely also. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now what we do is mortar and pestle. We break these chilies into little smaller pieces to fit into the mortar and pestle, and then we start pounding it. Okay, with the seeds and all. No need to take out that will give it the fire. See, the chilies without the seeds doesn't have fire in them at all. It's the seeds which give the fiery taste or the heat in the chili. So if you take out the chilies, it will give you a very nice flavor and aroma, but it will not be hot. So if that is what you're looking for, go ahead and take out the chilies. Any chilies, okay? Green, red, whatever you're using. If you take out the seeds, it's not fiery. Now what we do with the red chilies is, again we put in a little bit of salt in this. Acts as an abrasive agent, and it helps to grind the chilies a little faster. So my cardio for the day, as I told you, pound, pound, pound. Okay. And it doesn't have to be like a fine powder. So what we are looking for is a few shards, a little bit of powderiness, a little bit of big pieces like that. Uneven. No, beating the life out of it. Okay. So now this is done. The lid, put that in. Nice and fiery. Okay. Now what we do is put in the rest of the water according to the amount of rice you've taken. I told you raw rice to water. So if you've taken half a cup of raw rice, 1 cup of water, and then you keep multiplying. Okay. So now put that back on a high and let it come to a boil. At this point, we do go ahead and put in the spinach leaves. Little bit of green, as I told you, doesn't harm anybody. Spring onions, we'll keep a little bit back for the garnishing. The white parts you can throw in, okay? That doesn't really taste very good as a garnish. So the green leaves that we had, the green part we are keeping back for the garnishing. Okay, the white we've put in. Okay. So that having that, now we are going to give that a stir and let it all. Now alternately what you could also do is, instead of using the dried red chilies, you could use something called Szechuan peppercorn, which is very commonly used in China. If you get hold of that, it's peppercorn. We use black and white in India a lot. So that peppercorn, the Szechuan peppercorn, is exactly, it looks exactly like the peppercorn, but it's red in color. Okay, so that's called the Szechuan peppercorn. In China, I'll tell you a very interesting fact about Szechuan peppercorns. Like we have incense sticks in India, so or we create dhuni in the evening so that mosquitoes and insects and everything is at bay. They burn the Szechuan peppercorns and they put it in their houses, in their workplaces, and they make it like an incense so that all the mosquitoes and insects and they say negative energy, all that is at bay. So they use it like that also in China. Szechuan peppercorns, they're exactly like peppercorns but red in color. So now just to check the seasoning, just give that a taste and just see. Now I've made a bit too much of curry today. I'll tell you why. Because it needs a little bit more of salt. That's why tasting is very important, and it needs a little bit more of sugar to balance it out. It is a little bit of sugar. Okay, so at this point it's easier to balance it out now. Once the entire dish is made and we've not tasted, and if there's too much salt or too much sugar, or there is no salt, or then it becomes, the entire experience of eating is spoiled. So once you put that first bite in your mouth, you want that experience, you want to feel nice and happy. For that, please taste as we go along. Okay, so now that I've put all that in, so I'll tell you why I've made extra curry today. I see I've made an entire pot almost. I don't need that much for the rice. I have made extra today because, as I told you, we are 3 people in the house, my son, my husband and myself. So my son and I will eat it with noodles, and my husband wants it with rice. So same curry divided into 2. I'm going to throw in rice in one and throw in noodles in the other. Dinner sorted. So that's my empty bowl where I'm going to empty out the extra curry. My baby ladle. I'm obsessed with these things. I have baby spatulas, baby ladles, baby pots. I don't know why, but I'm very fascinated. I love, whenever I go to the market, I love to see these tiny, from Pixie Land, and buy these tiny things. I love it. Okay. So, little bit of the extra curry I'm going to take out so that my son and I are going to put that on noodles and eat it. Okay. So, little bit of that out, little bit of with the sauce, and I think we are sorted. Put a little bit back now. Okay, done. So now what we do is, now this is enough for the rice. So now in with the rice. This is, as I told you, washed, soaked at least for half an hour. I have taken the long grain rice. Okay, and you put that in. In. And now my husband can eat any amount of chilies. Okay, his mouth doesn't get burnt. I don't know how he manages. So for us it's fine. For my son and I am going to put a little bit more for my husband. So a little bit of red chili powder is going in. And since I have to put a little bit more of water, a little bit more of the salt. And now adjust the water according to the rice that we have, so that the rice can cook in the broth. Now push everything into the pan from the sides, right? Mix everything thoroughly and wait for it to just come up to a boil. Once that happens, then we are going to turn it to a low, put the lid on, and the same thing, wait for it to cook 3 minutes, turn the gas off, lid on for at least 5 minutes after that. So now while this is a little, it is coming to a boil, little bit of the sesame seeds that we had roasted, we are going to put in now, and little bit we'll leave for garnishing later. So little bit goes in now, little bit in my curry also. I also like it. Okay, so little bit in my curry and little bit for my hubby dear. Done. Okay, now it has come up to a boil. Cover it and let it do its thing. Yeah. Okay. Now for the drink today, we are going to make ginger ale. And remember, I had shown you how my mom ferments these ginger strips for me. So we are going to make it out of that. With all my recipes, I try and promote, healthy eating. Of course, tasty, but healthy also. So there is a lot of prebiotics in onion, garlic, ginger, and all the veggies. As I told you, it's like a multivitamin in a pot. So a lot of good stuff in a pot, and a probiotic is here, fermented ginger. So we are going to make the drink out of this today. So see, one thing we make once, and how many times you can use it. So that's why I keep telling you, when you get the time and when you are a little free and you feel you have the ingredients, make these few things and keep in your kitchen handy, so that it's easier for us to keep using as we go along. So ginger, like the chaat masala, again I'll use with the ginger ale. I'm giving it a little salty Indian twist. Okay, so we are going to use the chaat masala. So these things are always handy. Keep using it. Okay, so that's my glass. So the ginger goes in, all of that. Okay, all of the ginger goes in, and this already has salt and lime juice. So don't go overboard with the salt and lime juice and masalas. Put a tad bit, because we are going to top it up with water. So put a little bit, just to balance it. So little bit, half a lemon. Okay, I've taken half a lemon juice, juice of half a lemon, and I put that in, and then I put in little bit of the masala, the chaat masala that we had made. Remember the 5 spices I told you: pink salt, cumin powder, dry mango powder, and pepper. So that's a chaat masala. So that goes in like half a teaspoon. As I told you, we already have salt in this, so we will taste and then we'll take a call whether we need more or not. Okay, so mix that, give it a good mix, and to give it that extra boost of flavor, since we have coriander leaves chopped, you could put in 1 or 2, just a few. I'm putting it. Looks pretty also with the green, and it will give it a nice flavor also. Just squish it a bit, the ginger, so that it, like this with a spoon. See, I'm just squishing it a little bit into the lime juice, so that it gives out its gingery flavors, and thus the ginger ale. So okay, so just squish it around, push it down. Okay, so that it gives out its gingery flavors here. And if you don't have this fermented ginger, just grate a bit of ginger, put it on a sieve and squeeze it nicely so that you get a little bit of juice. You can use that also, ginger juice for the ginger ale. Okay, that will do the trick also. So you can use that. Since I had this, I am using it. Now back to our dish. It has been 2-3 minutes. See, it is boiling away. Oh my god, my glass just became foggy. Okay, okay. Vision is back, thank god. Okay, it is come to a nice boil. Water is almost okay. Another 2 minutes and then we switch it off. Another minute or so and then we switch it off. Now for the ginger ale, you could use soda. You could use any kind of aerated drink or whatever you want. I am completely, as I told you, against it. So I will be using normal water. Okay, but you please go ahead and as I told you, I am requesting you not to use it. But if you do want to, please go ahead, use soda, use any aerated drink, any kind of juices, not so much, unless you have like a plain lime juice or lemon juice or something like that. Again, you can use a little bit of that, but you have to top it up with water or soda. Okay, so water. And see the magic. Just because I've used that fermented ginger, it gets that pink color of the ginger ale. It's looking a little yellowish, is it? That's because of the masala, but it is pink actually. So if you don't put that masala, if you only put salt, it will be pink. And your ginger ale is done. And now we'll just take a look at the curry. Should be almost done. Oh, we do have 5 to 10 minutes to chat. Oh, I love to chat. So the thing about Chinese food, I'll tell you. My sisters, we are 3 sisters. I'm the eldest, and and I have 2 younger sisters. One is a year younger to me, and the other one, the third one, is 10 years younger to me. And we are, very diverse personalities. Very few things in common we have, but one thing that we have in common is that we all love Chinese food. I'm very experimental with my food normally. They like their, they stick to what they like and what they know, but Chinese food is one thing that we love, all 3 of us. And you know what our names are? I'm Payal, as you know. And the one younger to me is Jhankar, and the one younger to her, the third one is Nupur. You know what these names mean? Payal means anklet, what we wear around our ankles. Okay, and Jhankar is the sound that the anklet makes, and Nupur is the small bead in the anklet which makes that sound. Pretty names, no? My grandfather and my mom, they came up with it, and we love our names, and it such a beautiful, melodious kind of names they gave us. And so coming back to Chinese food. So when we had gone to Thailand for our family trip, we were so excited to be there because we were just going nuts. The noodles, and so there is a lot of Chinese influence even in Calcutta. There is a small Chinatown, which is not small actually, it is the largest Chinatown of India, and you get fantastic food. Fantastic Chinese food in Kolkata is in Chinatown. Okay, authentic, delicious, and haven for non-vegetarians. And now, of course, because earlier there used to be a dearth of vegetarian food there, but now because so many people are turning into vegetarians, you get plenty of vegetarian food. So this is one of this chili garlic baby corn is one of the very famous things which we get in Tangra. Tangra is the Chinatown of Calcutta. So we go there a lot, and we love to eat there. Of course, we haven't gone there for a very, very long time. and God knows when we will be able to go there. So, to remind us a little bit of our favorite cuisine and our favorite place, chili, garlic, baby corn, and rice. Okay, so I think that should be done by now. Uh, my sisters will be happy though they are not here with me in my house, but I will remember them when I'm devouring it and will tease them with my photographs. Let them get a little jealous that I am eating all this. Okay, that's what sisters do. We love to make each other jealous and we love to tease each other and irritate each other. That's our time pass, I think. That's how we kill our time. Even now at this age, love to irritate each other. I hope, and I know all siblings do that, and that's the fun of it, Siblings can't do with each other, can't do without each other. That's, I think, the story with everyone, and love them dearly. Okay, so back to the rice. Should we open it? Take a peep. Ta-da! As I say, done. Okay, plate out. My weapon of choice. And let's dig in. Okay, rice out. Again, can you see how nice the rice is looking? Nice, no? Pretty? So now what we do is put a little coriander leaves, put a little spring onions on top, put a bit of sesame seed, the roasted sesame seed. Ooh. And give it a taste. Okay, there I go. Perfect. Spicy, hot. And a perfect combination is the ginger ale because you get that spicy hit on your tongue when you're eating this rice. So just keep sipping this cool ginger ale and have a good time. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place with a new recipe. And we'll cook up another storm in a pot tomorrow. Namaste. See you tomorrow.